Welcome back to the Giant Monster Games Advent Calendar. Today is day number 23. That means it is going to be Elves. Yes, Elves, not Paradox Elves. The regular variety is now the deck of the day. What is Elves, you ask? I'm sure you know what an Elves deck is. It is a deck around Elves. So we're going to be playing stuff like Elvish Mystic and Lenoir Elves, which is going to accelerate our mana, making us so we can play more Elves. So then we play stuff like Lead the Stampede and Sylvan Messenger, which allows us to get more Elves. And then we play stuff like Elvish Archdruid and Azuri Renegade Leader, which helps us finish the game by making our elves bigger. In Azuri Renegade Leader's case, we actually make our elves substantially bigger and give them trample until end of turn. So this is what an elves deck is. It is literally put as many creatures onto the board as possible, make a bunch of mana, and then swing for your opponent's face until they fall over. That's it. That's all there is to it. If you want to see an entire deck tag, there is a link up in the top right-hand corner, like always, where you can go and check that out. And if you want to pick this deck on MTGO, there is also a link below this video where you can do that. It helps out the channel, and Elves is super fun to play. It's also really aggressive, so it's really fun if you like winning. That's the idea of the game. Okay, let's see me play this deck and see if I can win with Budget Elves. Well, Paradox Elves may not have been number one on the list. We do have regular old vanilla Elves. This is a terrible hand. This is a terrible opening hand for Elves. This isn't a ton better, but it is good enough to keep. We can keep this beast. So yeah, we're playing normal Elves. This is just like the... you can go on the bottom. We are playing, yeah, as I said, regular Elves. Not that the other one isn't a regular Elves deck as well. It's like a combo Elf deck, where we are playing a just straight up aggro Elves deck now. So this is actually, this is a reasonably old deck as well on the channel, and does need a good upgrade, because there are some things that have come out that probably are better than this deck now. Ah, sweet, extra forest. That is good. Well, let's put out our Arbor Elf. Make our opponent think that we could be playing a melody of different things, because Forest Arbor Elf could be Elves, it can also be a bunch of ramp decks, because if we throw an enchantment on it, then it can be other things. And it looks like our opponent is playing blue-black something or other. Could be blue-black control, could be a bunch of things. Going to our turn, and what do we want to play? I think we're going to draw into what? We draw an Elvish Mystic. That is fantastic. So we drop down what? I think we just played Dwyne's Elite and then Elvish Mystic. Seems like a pretty good idea, I think. Get some Elf Ramp onto the table. This obviously triggers. We can do this in response, because why not? Just to save us some time. And then play Elvish Mystic, and then go to our opponent's turn. I think that's the only thing we really need to do. Again, just getting elves on the table, getting ramp, because next turn we have two options. One, we could throw down Jorga Warcaller on 2, with 2 counters on them. It can be 2 counters? Yeah, it can be... No, it can be 1 counter. We can put 1 counter on Jorga Warcaller, swing in for some damage. Or the second option is we can play Sylvan Messenger and get a bunch of creatures, hopefully, into our hand. That is also an option. Again, I think our opponent's playing probably blue-black control, even though we haven't seen anything control-related. It could also be mill. We're probably going to find out. Or it could be a combo deck. I wonder if it's actually the Heartless Mirror combo deck. It's completely possible. Completely possible at this point. So our opponent draws 2 cards. Muldrifter is really good, by the way. Like, good in a lot of ways, because you can basically pay 3 mana, draw 2 cards, which is decent. Or if you get to the late game, you can play 5 mana and get a 2/2 flyer and draw 2 cards. Not bad. Not bad at all. And what do we draw? We draw into another Sylvan Messenger. Well, I think we're going to play the Sylvan Messenger. So I guess we go to combat. Swing at these 2 guys. I wish you could rearrange your table. That'd be nice if you could rearrange. Obviously you can't, which is annoying, but it would be nice if you could. It's nice to have like my mana producers on one side and my attackers on the other side. Not necessarily how it works out though. Not really sure what our opponent's waiting on, because he can't actually do anything to stop what is about to happen, aka 3 damage. And then it's going to be Sylvan Messenger drawing into more creatures, hopefully. Because it's, what is it? Sylvan Messenger is enter the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put all elf cards revealed this way into your hand, and the rest on your rest in the bottom of your library in order. In any order? Yeah, in any order. So yeah. Going to second main phase. The other option actually technically is also Lead the Stampede, which, look at the top 5, put on any creatures. I think this is better. So here's another. I always complain about this. Arbor Elf is like not a... It's not really a mana ability, so you actually have to like... You can't do it while you're paying a mana cost in MTGO. In paper, you can be like shortcut, like, okay, I tap this to do the thing with the land. But not in MTGO. And we get like nothing. Wow, nothing. At least Impervious Perfect is fine. Whatever, you guys can go in any order. And then ship it to our opponent's turn, I guess? Why not? We're running a little bit slow. Usually this deck is pounding out the damage by like turn 4. Inquisition, he's going to toss the Impervious Perfect or the Jorga Warcaller. Both are technically good options. I think at this point we may actually play Jorga and just try and swing in for some quick damage. Oh, he does lead the Stampede. Oh, weird option. That is. Oh, it is okay. It is definitely the Heartless Mirror combo deck, except it has white in it, which is strange. Okay. So we need to make sure our opponent dies real quick. Depending on what we draw, hopefully it's a land. Land would be really good right now. I really want land. Give me land. Please give me land. Reason why I want land, by the way, is because we can put 2 counters on Jorga Warcaller and then swing in for a lot of extra damage. Arbor Elf is kind of land-like. Kind of land-like. I think what we're going to do is... Okay, what are my options here? My options are Impervious Perfect, make all these guys bigger, Arbor Elf, next turn. The big thing is if our opponent doesn't have any of the pieces, actually. So we do actually have a little bit of time. I think what we do is we Arbor Elf and Impervious Perfect, and then swing for a bunch of damage. Yeah, I think that's the way it's going to go. Go like this. All of our elves get +1/+1, which is nice. And then I think we Arbor Elf, untap the forest, play another Arbor Elf. This could be done on our second main phase, but it's in interest of saving time. I'm just going to do it on this turn. And then we're going to go to combat, swing in with these 3 guys. Go Gadget, attacking for what, 6, 7, 8? Attacking for 8. Our opponent will either take it or potentially remove something. I mean, this guy dying doesn't make any difference right now. Unless, of course, he has Heartless Mirror, or unless he has Heartless Summoning and his Win Condition and another one. So there's another one. But does he have his Win Con? He has another one. Okay, so he has a handful of Mirror Retrievers. Strange. The thing that happens. At this point, can we swing for lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we can. What we need to do is go like this, untapping these forests. F my life. F my life so hard. I misclicked. Can I undo that? Does it let me undo this? No. I misclicked and clicked on the forest, not the untapped one. So I untapped a forest that was already untapped, which is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Well, I guess we're going to cast with Multi-Kicker 1, which is not perfect. Not perfect at all. Oh. And then I didn't actually use the forest that I untapped to do that. Well, I guess we just swing it with everything. Attack with all creatures. Oh, man. The misplays, just simply from misclicking, are deep this turn. They cut deep. Very, very deep. So opponent's going to just chump block a bunch of stuff. I can't believe I did that. That makes me very angry. Very, very angry. Because I think I probably... Did I have lethal on board if I would have not done that? Because everything would have been plus. It would have been additional 4 damage. So it would not have been lethal, but it would have been better. So, yeah. So he gets back a single mirror, because both these guys go to the graveyard at the same time. And I guess we just play the Lenoir Elves. Ship it to our opponent. And unless he has his win con in hand, we go to game 2. I can't believe that. Oh, man. Oh, no. One of those days. Okay, going to sideboard. Going to sideboard. Hopefully we can fix this up. We have stuff to like deal with artifacts and graveyards. So Tormod's Crypt, you guys come in. Kind of have to come in. Reliquary Sage, do all of you come in? Destroys enchantments as well, yeah. So they need to come in. Lissalina Beastmaster, you guys go away. Sylvan Messenger. Does Sylvan Messenger stay in? I think we take out one of her. And I think we take out 2 Lead the Stampedes. And I think we take out Singa Jorga Warcaller. And I think that's it. I think we're running back just like that. Submit it, run it back, go to game 2. Alright, good luck, opponent, good luck. Here we are. Opening hand is actually pretty decent. I think it's definitely keepable. The Tormod's Crypt is fantastic. That's actually the best thing in this opening hand, simply because we can get rid of our opponent's library, or graveyard, sorry, graveyard, as he tries to do his combo off, which is what we need to do. That is what we need to do. It's interesting. It's nice seeing this deck actually being played by someone else, and it's like an different upgraded version of it. So that's kind of cool. We will play Eleanor Elves, play the Tormod's Crypt. The thing is, we have to play the Tormod's Crypt. I don't want to hold it up. Sometimes you would want to hold up cards, but the fact that he's playing black means he could always Inquisition of Kozilect or Thoughtseize it out of our hand, which we don't want to have to deal with. So that Inquisition right there. So he's probably going to grab the Archdruid, because that's the best card in the hand currently. There goes Archdruid. And yeah, so we need to, what do we need to do? I think we're just going to just go on the aggro plan again. Put down creatures, swing for faces. Put down creatures, swing for faces. Well, this leaves us in an interesting situation. I think we're going to go like this. See what we draw. Pervious Perfect, that's neat. And throw down Arbor Elf. Ship it to our opponent's turn. And see what he has to say. Next turn we can theoretically throw Jorga Warcaller on 1, swing for 4 is an option. We can play Impervious Perfect, swing for 4 as well. 2 options. If we draw more land, we can do more than that. I can always yield to these theoretically, but it doesn't really matter. It's not like it's going to happen every single turn, every single time. It's not really part of the combo. It's just a quick way of drawing cards for him, which is fine. And we draw a what? Forest. Forest isn't bad. We could Jorga Warcaller on 2, swing for... Actually, we could Impervious Perfect, swing for 6. That's a thing. I'm actually not against that at all, to be honest. The other option is Impervious... yeah, that's where we're going to go. Impervious Perfect, swing for 6. Next turn will be Jorga Warcaller, swing for a lot. So attack with all creatures. Because what we can do is we can basically use this to put 1 counter on him. So these guys all become 3/3s. So we'll be swinging for what, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage, which should be lethal. Technically. No, it's not lethal. It's 1 short of lethal. Not quite lethal, but it's getting there. If we had green lightning bolts, we could do that. But we don't. No such thing. There's the Heartless Summoning. Now, if only our opponent had the rest of his pieces in hand, he would be in a big, scary situation. We, on the other hand, depending on what we draw, what do we draw? We draw... Oh, he's going to path the Impervious Perfect. That's okay. He's doing it at our upkeep, by the way, so we actually don't get access to the mana, which is smart. We draw another forest, though, which means we could Jorga on 2, swing for 6. I think that's the way we're going to do it. Jorga on 2. Okay. All of these and this guy. And then swing with these guys. All of them. All of the creatures attacking. And then we ship it to our opponent's turn. We need to be conscious of Tormod's Crypt at this point. So as soon as he puts one thing in the graveyard, we need to actually get rid of his graveyard. Just so he can't go infinite with the Mirror Retriever. If you actually want to see this deck, by the way, if you want to see the deck our opponent's playing, or the budget version that I did of it, it's on the channel. And it was recently, not super long ago. Hold on, what is this? Sphinx out of the battlefield. Okay, Sphinxes cost less. That's interesting. Enter the battlefield under your control. You reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Separate those into 2 cards. Put 1 in your hand and 1 into your graveyard. Interesting. Okay. So he's going to reveal a bunch of cards for us. We're not doing anything in response. So I separated these into 2 piles. Huh. Well, this is a predicament. Our opponent has access to black mana. So I think it's going to be... what? You go into one pile. And... wow. I don't really want Inquisition either. I think we go Path and the Sphinx into one pile. Yeah. I think that's the way it's going to be. My logic is basically that he's likely going to take this one, and this one won't be taken. So, yeah. Because having him pathing something means we get more mana, which means we can bump Jorga Warcaller bigger, and he doesn't have something of getting rid of. Yeah, so that's fine. Yes, we're going to go fetch up a land. Surprised he used it actually not on our turn again. Seems like he should have done that at the beginning of our turn, like last time. But he didn't do it, so yeah. Again, Inquisition would have been actually worse because we have Jorga in hand. And we have, how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can actually do Jorga on 3. What should be enough, should be lethal. Should be lethal. And there we go. 3, 6, 9, that 4, 4, yeah, they're 4 4s. And go to combat, I think that's it. I don't think our opponent has a way out of that. Because they have nothing, oh, they have a single guy, but no matter how he blocks, we still kill him. So that's a thing. So good, yeah. Giving him the Sphinx that he was trying to cast made him lose the game. GG, thanks for watching. This has been the Advent Calendar, playing Elves, being just a aggro, very fast deck. Until next time, my name's Adrian, this is GiantMonsterGames, and don't forget to game like a giant monster. Thanks for watching the GiantMonsterGames Advent Calendar. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more videos just like it. A huge shout out to all of the Patreon supporters. You guys are helping make videos like this, and if you want to pick this deck up, there is a link below with an affiliate link so you can grab this entire deck on MTGO.